Right now, airports across the country are grappling with the abrupt closure of Spirit Airlines. In New Jersey, for example, Atlantic City International is pivoting to fill the gap left by the budget carrier. You see, 75% of flights in and out of Atlantic City were operated by Spirit before it shut down. Airport officials say up to 2,400 passengers per day relied on that airline. To fill the void left by Spirit, Breeze Airways launched its new Atlantic City service yesterday with its first flight to Charleston, South Carolina. That nonstop flight will be offered twice a week. The budget carrier plans to eventually add 4 more nonstop routes from Atlantic City. Tim Kroll is the director of the Atlantic City International Airport, and he joins us now to discuss, I guess, life these days. Tim, good morning. Spirit was your biggest carrier, as we just explained. Are these additional routes by Breeze even enough to fill the void?
Yeah, good morning, Errol. Thank you for having me on this morning. So I would say they are not big enough to fill the void. We were looking, as you previously had mentioned, 75% of our flights were done with Spirit Airlines. Breeze Airways, and we also have a Legion Air here as well, but Breeze Airways started yesterday. It was previously scheduled. They announced that in January. However, they were able to pivot quickly, and we're very thankful for that partnership where they announced some new service that'll start in July to help backfill those markets that we serve. So Orlando will be July, and then we'll get Fort Myers back in October and Myrtle Beach in October, as well as West Palm. So we will get all of our destinations back by the end of the year. However, we're not going to have the same amount of capacity, the seats in the market, because Spirit was a daily carrier, whereas they went to each market daily, sometimes twice a day, depending on the market. And whereas Breeze is more a day of the week carrier, so they're going to start most markets in the 3 times a week. Orlando is going daily for us in October. Our hope by the end of the year is that we're back to about 70% of what we were at previously.
Wow, so 70% is your best case scenario by the end of the year. In the meantime, you've got many fewer daily carriers. So how will this impact employees at your airport who rely on a healthy customer base moving through?
Yeah, unfortunately, we do believe that some of the employees are going to have to be laid off, because not only should I say about the day of the week carrier, Spirit also had flights, planes based out of here. So their time of operation was from early in the morning to late at night, whereas these other carriers don't base the planes. So they're not coming in till, say, 9 in the morning, and they're done by 7. So our hours of operation on the commercial service are down to probably 12 hours a day, where it was 20 hours before. So unfortunately, there is going to be an issue with the layoffs with employees. And I will say the community has reached out, and they're trying to reaccommodate those employees in other jobs in the area.
The cost of jet fuel is making a lot of airlines, it's changing their finances. And that may not change for a while, considering the conflict with Iran is ongoing. Are you reaching out to airlines to offer gate space? Are you actively encouraging them to join you, or are you seeing and hearing that the other airlines aren't able to?
So we are actively reaching out. We've been planning for the Spirit when we saw in the news with all the financial troubles they were having. That's why we have Breeze. That's where we're able to get a Legion in here. We're actively trying to reach out to those airlines. We're in discussions with them about ramping up, but you're 100% correct about the fuel price. It is a huge concern. From an airline standpoint, I saw some numbers the other day. We have a $23 billion impact on the airline industry just in the U.S., and those numbers are enormous. But also, our concern is from that leisure traveler who we serve today. The price of fuel just to put in their vehicles is going up, which drives every other price up. So do they have that disposable income to continue with their leisure travel? We are hopeful, and we're hopeful the fuel will come down in the near future, but it is a big concern of ours as well.
Yeah, well, we always want to stay connected to the activity in your airport. Tim Kroll, thanks for joining us. An open invitation to come back anytime and give us an update on how you're doing.
Thank you, Aaron. We appreciate getting out the word about our airport.
Yeah, you got it.